Hi guys, today topic is displacement reaction. The topic onwards, the reason is present. What is the reason? How the displacement reaction will occur? For example, any reactant we are taking 2 or 3 elements and it will give some more products. In this reaction, any reactant we are taking here, reactant A, reactant B, any element is going to displace or remove the another element which is present in the another reactant, and that is known as displacement reaction. Okay, now I will tell this along with one example. I am taking 2 iron nails. I am taking 2 iron nails and I am taking 2 test tube. This is test tube A and this is test tube B. In both of the test tube, I am taking copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution, which is blue color, which is in blue color. So these 2 test tube are filled with copper sulfate solution, and what color? Blue color. This also blue and this also blue. Now I am going to immerse one iron nail into one test tube. I am going to immerse one iron nail in this test tube. Inside the test tube I am keeping that iron nail, and another one iron nail aside I am just keeping away from the test tube for comparison. After 20 minutes, wait for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I am listening what are all the changes occur in both of the test tube. Okay. After 20 minutes, I am taking out this iron nail. I am taking this iron nail. And now I am listening this iron nail which was taken from the test tube B. It was changed into brown color. Brownish color will appear in the outside of this iron nail. And this blue color solution, the color also fades. This blue color solution color also fades. So I will repeat again. I am taking 2 iron nail and I am taking 2 test tube, and inside of the test tube 2 test tubes also filled with copper sulfate solution which is in blue color. Then I am putting only one iron nail into test tube B, and another one iron nail is I am keeping outside for comparison. After 20 minutes, I am taking this iron nail on the outside. I am listening what all the changes occur in the test tube and in the iron nail. This is test tube B, which was filled with copper sulfate solution, which is in blue color. This color fades completely, and this iron nail which was taken outside from the test tube B, and this iron nail color also changed into brownish color. Why this will be happen means this ion is displaced or removed the copper from this copper sulfate solution. So ion I am taking plus copper sulfate solution. This ion element displace the copper or remove the copper. So this is known as displacement reaction. This one is displaced is copper. So ferrous sulfate plus copper will occur. Similarly, some other examples also I will write here. Zinc plus copper sulfate solution. That also same like happen. The zinc will displace the copper, then zinc sulfide will form, plus this copper was displaced. And another example, lead. I am taking here lead plus copper chloride. Lead and copper chloride. This lead element is going to displace or remove the copper from this copper chloride. Then it will be formed lead chloride plus copper. So this is an example for displacement reaction. Now double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction means 2 elements will displaced. Exchange of ions will happen. Reactants are reacting with each other and it will be giving some more products. And that reaction, exchange of ions one element will be displaced into another element or remove the another element, then it will go and join with that remain product, and that is known as double displacement reaction. Now I am taking sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Sodium sulfate and barium chloride in 2 test tubes. Sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Then I am putting this barium chloride into this test tube and I am mixing this. After a few minutes, white color precipitate will form, which is insoluble in water. White precipitate form. White precipitate will form, which is insoluble in water. So this reaction is also known as precipitation reaction because precipitate will form. So this is also known as precipitation reaction. Here I am taking sodium sulfate and barium chloride. These 2 reactants are reacting with each other. What are all the reactant I am taking here? Sodium sulfate and barium chloride. Here what will happen means exchange of ions. See, this sodium will displace the barium and these 2 will join together. The sodium is displacing the barium and the sodium is joining with this chlorine, then NaCl. Sodium chloride will form NaCl. Here 2 molecules are present, so 2 NaCl. Plus these 2 is joining together. Exchange of ions will happen. Barium sulfate will form. This is in the precipitate format. So here double displacement will take place. This sodium is displacing and this barium is displacing the sodium. So it is joining together and it is joining together. So finally we will get sodium chloride and barium sulfate white precipitate. So this reaction is also known as precipitation reaction. And another name is double displacement reaction. Now we are going to see about oxidation reaction. In this reaction, I am taking one china dish. Inside of the china dish, I am taking copper powder. And I am burning this one. And this copper powder color turns into black, a black color surface. Why this was happening means this copper absorbs oxygen and then it will be turned into copper oxide. So that black surface, why it was formed means that copper is absorbing oxygen, so it was turning into copper oxide. So I am taking copper in the china dish and it is absorbing oxygen, then it will be formed as a copper oxide. Now in this copper oxide, hydrogen gas is passed through this copper oxide means we will get copper. For example, this copper oxide I am taking and I am passing hydrogen. When I am heating this one, water molecule will be removed and we got copper. So this is a reverse reaction. So in a reaction, oxygen is gained means that is oxidation reaction. Oxygen is removed means that is known as reduction reaction. Here the copper absorbs oxygen, so it is gaining oxygen. So this is known as oxidation reaction. Here from this copper oxide, this oxygen is removed, so this is reduction reaction.